Hello, welcome. Today I have another ink sample review for you, and this one is Yama-Guri, and this is by Iroshizuku. And I'm going to go ahead and do a swatch of this real quick. This is a really nice brown color. There we go. Whoops, need a little bit more. There we go. Put a little extra down here. There we go. All of the inks I get from them are very, very nice. All right. And hopefully I spelled that correctly because it's not written on the sample file, but I can always fix it later if it's wrong. All right, so here's how it looks so far. I'm going to put this under a fan. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. So let's try this ink out on some copy paper. I always like to test these on copy paper because sometimes you only have inexpensive paper to work with. Maybe you're stuck at school or work and you just want to know if this ink will behave itself. So always do a test here. There we go. Here's that. And usually I could find these inks on Amazon, so I'll probably leave like an affiliate link down below where you can get it if they still have it in stock. And this paper is HP 32. HP 32 is also a type of copy paper, but it's better quality, it's smoother, and the ink tends to perform much better on this. And this is HP 32. And if you have any inks that you would like to see me review, leave a suggestion, and if I have the ink or if I can get it, we'll make a review video. Here's how that looks so far. Really nice brown. We'll let that dry and we'll try this out on some Tomo River paper. And Tomo River paper is also very smooth. It also resists the ink really well. And typically, out of the three papers, this one performs the best almost always. So I always like to do a test on here. And if these videos are helpful to you, or if you enjoy watching them, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on anything. And it also helps me out quite a bit. Alright, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and rinse this off. And I'm going to also check on our swatch and see if it's dry. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. So here's how this looks on copy paper. It actually did really well. Very, very minimal feathering, if that, maybe just a tiny bit, but this looks like it would also be a very work safe color. Very nice brown. And then compared that to the HP 32, you can see that the color is a lot richer and smoother here. And trying to get these to cooperate. There we go. All right, so it's a little bit different depending on what the color itself looks different depending on which paper you're using. So this has a little bit broader range of color. You get that same brown like over here, but then where I laid it down heavier, it's a darker color. And that creates a little bit of like a shading effect kind of in the writing. It's not very pronounced, but it's there. And then on the Tomo River paper, the separation of the two colors, this brown color here with this darker color, is a little bit more noticeable. And so the shading is more noticeable in the writing. So this one performs very, very well on the Tomo River paper. You get to see a lot of the shading, which makes this a really, really pretty color. And it still looks nice on the other papers. And like I said, this looks like it would be a work safe color, but it definitely shows off its properties here with the shading much nicer on the Tomo River. And then on the swatch that we made, You can see it's a really, really pretty medium brown, and then where we laid it down more heavily, you can see a little bit of shading there and in the writing. And then right here, I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but there's a tiny, tiny bit of a sheen, just a little bit. And that's probably what's creating that darker color when, on the other swatches, when I put down a lot of ink. That's probably what's causing that. So this is a really pretty color. I'll try to find a link and leave that down below. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.